every idea, every feeling, every emotion that I have. And when I can watch it, then I recognize I'm not it. Otherwise, our identity is wrapped up in what we're thinking and feeling and experiencing. And so then we can't separate ourselves and therefore deal with it or manage it in the right way. And so I know that for me, it's this constant journey of separating myself and watching every thought, every feeling, every comment, every perception. And something I heard actually Anthony Strano say years and years ago, which I thought was very powerful, a simple line: to be honest, to be truly honest as a spiritual or in your spiritual endeavor, is that a part of you is always observing yourself. Always. Every moment of the day, a part of you is always observing yourself. That is really cool. And sometimes it's hard, and it's not, sometimes you observe not, or many times you observe not so pleasant things, but I prefer that, to be able to notice it and see it, than be blind to it. And because when you're blind to it, then you become a victim of what happens outside of you. And that's the other thing. Do I want to remain a victim, stay a victim? Or do I actually want to take charge of my own thoughts and feelings, and therefore no blaming, no looking outside, no accusing, nothing? Every time I become unwell, I always think, well, what happened? What happened up here that this happened? Or if I would go off track about something, lose something, like I recently lost something, think, what happened? How was I not in tune with something, what I was doing, that I lost that, whether it's a little hanky or something else, something bigger?
And sometimes we're not honest with ourselves, right?
Most of
to
the
be
time.
truly honest.
To truly be honest, to be able to look at yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that actually it's once you get it, you get it. Once you get it, you
Right.
can't not be that. And in fact, there is great joy and pleasure in being honest and being able to see yourself truly.
You also content or being content.
That's right. Then that's what Baba was referring to today as no Maya. Yeah, no Maya. Yeah. Yeah. So really, the question is today, what are we going to do? Would you like to spend some time doing that? Or you want to spend some time thinking about assessing? You know, 18th January and Raksha Bandhan are two specific times where I think that we stop. And I don't know, maybe you do 31st of December, beginning of January, 1st of January. We end up kind of partying, don't we? Instead of kind of being reflective. But Rakhi is a time of reflection. 18th January is another time where we spend in silence together, where the family comes together. It gives us an opportunity to be able to say, okay, where am I and where do I want to go? And how do I get where I have to go? Simple questions. These are simple questions, open-ended questions. There's no one answer to these questions, because every single person will have a different answer to these questions. Where am I? And not physically. Where am I here? How close am I to my destination? We did a lovely exercise once years ago. We were here, and then that was your destination at the end of the room where Roz is sitting. So could you just move along the room? Not right now, we could do it. Move along the room where you think how far you are to how close you are to your destination. And mostly everybody's kind of stood over here, along here. But it's actually not true. You're probably right over there. It's one thing, one leap that we have to take that takes us to that place. And I think that though, I also think that at the confluence age, our destination is not, I think as Baba says, you will become karmatit at the end. You will be able to say in remembrance at the end. But our journey is to get to a place where we can do that without the distractions, without the attractions, without the things that actually get us down. And that's a very beautiful state to be in, where you can remember Baba, where you can watch yourself, when you can separate yourself, when you can see your warts, your spiritual warts, and start to smooth them out. That's the journey. That's the, because, and that is consistent work. And then life is very pleasurable, even when you don't see things. And seeing everything outside of yourself as a reflection of what's going on in here. Can you do that? Everything that's happening outside of you as a reflection of what's going on in here. Instead of, not like that, not like that, shouldn't be that, shouldn't have been that, shouldn't be the other. So, the question is, what's the question?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do today?
To have such an attitude and powerful that you can not only get rid of Maya, but do that with other souls also.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's tough.
Mm-hmm. And actually working on your attitude. What is attitude? Have you thought about that? What is attitude?
The attitudes and the vibrations that you give out also.
Okay, so where do they come from? It's true. And so Baba is making that process a conscious. When he's asking us to look at our attitude, he's making that process of what we're emitting conscious. And what we're emitting actually is what we are is a product of an accumulation of experiences over a long period of time. And so I am today a product of the experiences over a long period of time. Previous birth and this birth. And they are automatically doing the work of giving a message to others through my vibration, who I am and what I am. And it happens without us knowing. So what do I do in order to make the vibration that I emit that is so pure and so clean? And so it's arriving, keep going at that place inside myself of experiencing myself as a pure spiritual energy. It's the only thing that keeps cleaning. It's like every time you experience it, it's wiping with a duster. It's a duster that wipes clean the slate of my consciousness. Every time I experience myself as a pure consciousness, pure spiritual energy, it has nothing laid on it. It's just clean. It's just an energy, just a vibration, an energy that has nothing of the past in it. And as I keep practicing that, keep experiencing that, then I'm wiping the slate of my conscience and my consciousness clean. But also actually bringing Baba into that process. God, the master, ocean of purity. Sorry, not master, the ocean of purity and peace. And as I keep bringing Baba's awareness in my mind, then actually like attracts like. I'm able to bring Baba's energy in front of me, with me, towards me, and then I see myself reflected back to me in God. So I always think that, when people say, Baba doesn't love me, or how much does Baba love me? The question really is, how much do you love, period? How much do you love? Not something, not someone, not God necessarily, but how much do you love? How much are you love? And that's where, it becomes reflected back to me through other people. It gets reflected back to me the way in which I experience God's love. Even if Baba is there, this vast ocean of love, he's there waiting, not just waiting, he's emanating all the time. And I don't feel it. That means I've got to clean out those aspects that are not love within me. And it's the same. So Baba still gives permission for 5% of the people not to like you. 95% of the people you have to feel like you. 95% of the people have to like you in your life. That I collectively, work, family, friends, social circle.
How do you handle the other
95%.
5%?
Sorry?
How do you handle the other 5%?
Well, he said tolerant. Just to be tolerant. That's the way to handle the other 5%.
Are we disinterested?
Disinterest, not looking for people's approvals and acceptance and their likes. And that's the other part of this thing, where we think we have to be liked by everyone. But 5% actually, so don't give yourself permission that easily for that 5%, because that takes work as well.
We put so much attention on the 5% that don't like us, right? I
That's
mean,
right. That's
That's
right.
where our mind goes.
Yeah. Okay, anything else?